close your eyes and remember 2010, before the sensors took over, before the wrist became a notification center. This was the peak of the digital rebellion, the Diesel DZ-7130, a monolithic slab of liquid crystal and cold steel. They didn't call it a watch. They called it a statement. Look at that chrome. It's not just metal. It's a mirror to a future that never arrived. I've extracted this unit from the void. No rust, no failure, just pure, unfiltered Tech-Noir. Welcome back to the archive. Prepare for system initialization. Step back to the year 2010. The world was obsessed with slim and touch. But Diesel, they had a different vision. They looked at the neon-soaked streets of Tokyo and the cold steel of industrial labs. They wanted to build a bridge between the 80s digital soul and the cybernetic future. The result was this: a horizontal interceptor for the wrist. Let's look at the telemetry. 12.5 millimeters thick. It's not a brick, it's a blade. 37.6 millimeters wide. It sits low, wide, hugging the arm like a piece of integrated hardware. And the weight, 58 grams. It's light enough to forget it's there, until the screen flashes and reminds you you're in control. The inspiration wasn't jewelry. It was the dashboard of a stealth fighter, the data feed of a night vision terminal. Diesel broke the mold by killing the hands. They said, the future doesn't tick, it computes. They built a shield of chrome and rubber for the generation that grew up on code. In 2010, this was a prophecy. Today, it's a relic of a time when we still dared to be different. Pure, digital grit. No distractions. Look closer at the architecture. This isn't a watch held by a strap. It's a unified structure. The rubberized band flows into the resin case with zero resistance. No seams, no gaps. It's a continuous loop of matte black silence that wraps around your wrist like a second skin, and then the chaos of the chrome. Encasing the digital heart is a frame of polished stainless steel. It's asymmetrical, erratic, catching the light at angles you don't expect. Look at the edge. A ghost engraving of the word Diesel, almost invisible to the naked eye. They weren't trying to sell you a logo. They were giving you a texture. But here's the real secret. Externally, zero branding. The outside is clean, anonymous, a mystery to the observer. But flip it over. On the inner side of the strap, carved deep and wide across the entire length, is the name Diesel. It's hidden against your skin, a private handshake between you and the machine. It's the ultimate expression of only the brave. You don't wear the brand for them. You wear it for yourself. Cold steel, soft polymer, and a secret identity. This is armor for the modern ghost. Now, let's boot up the system. This isn't your standard LCD. It's an inversion. Crisp, bone-white digits, cutting through a sea of absolute black. It looks less like a watch, and more like a tactical readout from a high-altitude interceptor. Look at the top. That scrolling text. It's the heartbeat of the machine. The seconds don't just tick. They flow across a dedicated bar, a constant stream of momentum. Time, day, date, month. Everything is laid out with surgical precision. No buttons to press, no menus to dig through. The data is always there, always live. It's built for the grind. an integrated alarm to pull you back to reality. And then, there's the light. One press, and the abyss turns electric. A piercing neon blue glow that cuts through the darkest night. This is the digital shield in its purest form. Information is power. And on this screen, power is clear. Lock in the coordinates. A pristine tool is a tool that's never been tested. But this is a survivor. Look at the chrome frame. It's covered in a map of elegant micro scratches, tiny fractures in the reflection that tell you this metal has met the world and won. Each one is a record of a second, a minute, a day spent in the grind. Flip it over. The case back, almost untouched, a fortress protecting the core. And the strap. This polymer has fought off the years like a riot shield. No major fading, no rot, just a single 1 millimeter scar. A puncture in the armor that only makes the rest of it look tougher. Feel the texture. The rubber has smoothed out from years of contact with the skin. It's lost its factory grit and gained a soul. Even the glass, clear as a winter morning, carries one small mark. A reminder that perfection is boring. These aren't defects. They're battle scars. Evidence that this digital heart is still beating, long after the others stopped. Now, let's see how this shield carries itself. I'll be straight with you. This isn't a silk glove. The strap is dense, rigid, absolute armor. Even at its compact size, it never lets you forget it's there. It doesn't just sit on your wrist, it locks onto it. But there's a strange comfort in that pressure. A constant, tactical feedback. The buttons, perfectly recessed. They don't dig, they don't snag. They're just waiting for the command. I pair them with a deep navy, almost black, athletic gear. It's the uniform of the urban shadow. In this setup, the chrome disappears until the light hits it, and the blue display becomes your only navigation. It's not comfortable in the way a pillow is. It's comfortable the way a loaded holster is. Secure, heavy, ready. So, the deep scan is complete. Is the DZ-7130 a logical choice today? If you want a piece of jewelry that nags you to stand up or check your mail, look elsewhere. This unit doesn't care about your heart rate. It doesn't sing melodies. When it talks, it gives you a sharp analog beep. The sound of a simpler, tougher era. But here's what you get in return. Freedom. No charging cables. No dead screens at sunset. This digital heart beats on a single battery for months, even years. And the display? It's always on. Always waiting. A permanent witness to the passing seconds. Buying one now means hunting for a ghost. You'll deal with the rigid grip, the battle scars, and the weight of the past. But if you can handle the digital shield, you'll own something that refuses to be obsolete. Case closed. If you want to see more artifacts pulled from the void, transmit your support. Hit the like protocol. Synchronize with the channel by subscribing. The archive is vast, and we're just getting started. Out.